Okay, so what is collage? In this ed puzzle, we're going to be focusing on what collage is, how it's made, the different materials you can use to make it, and a special artist that I'm going to be introducing to you that is a perfect example of photo montage collage. So, what is collage? Collage, or to collage, is both a technique and the name for a specific type of artwork. Collages are made by combining different types of paper, photographs, fabric, and other materials onto a supporting surface in order to create a brand new piece of artwork. And so, along the bottom, we have a whole wide range of different types of collage. You'll see this newspaper piece down here. You see this almost surrealistic piece over here of an example of photo montage. And then we see this mixed media collage over here on the left with the lace and the embroidery. And so we're going to be focusing on three main types of collage for this unit: papier-collé, mixed media, and photo montage. Papier-collé, or just the French word for pasted paper, is a collage technique that only uses paper to create their artwork. So we're seeing scrapbooking materials, scrapbooking paper right here, newspaper, magazine cutouts, and this one all the way on the left is actually just an example of a collage that was made entirely from junk mail. So coupons you get in the mail, or just ads for things. And if you want to use that for your collage, you're welcome to do so. Just always make sure to check with your parents. So papier-collé kind of gives it away in the name. Papier looks like paper or papel. And so anytime you see that, it just means a type of collage that uses only paper. Mixed media. Mixed media collages are created from a combination of different media and materials. And you can see this in all of these examples that we're looking at right here. We see the lace and the embroidery again, both in this piece and in the Marilyn Monroe one. We see colored pencils and crayons. We see ink. We see cardboard. We see embroidery over here as well on top of the drawing and on top of a photograph. We see print. And this piece right here is actually created by a very well-known artist named Mark Bradford. And he finds inspiration in posters that have actually been glued onto subways or sides of buildings in the city, and then torn away or worn away. And so he makes his artwork from the layers that are left behind from those posters. So mixed media, it's pretty much anything you can find at home. And especially right now when we're not in the classroom, being able to kind of scavenger around your house to try to find materials to use is going to help in creating any sort of mixed media piece. And the last kind of collage that we're going to look at is photo montage. And this one also kind of gives it away in the name, because photo montage is the process of taking different photographic images, cutting them out, and rearranging them in order to create a brand new image. So when we're looking over here on the right, we see a whole host of these. They almost give this really interesting fantasy effect. You're noticing this sunset or sunrise right here with all the different patterned papers, this little girl putting whipped cream on top of a mountain, this billowing, almost like crying or smoke effect coming out of the eyes. Frida Kahlo, this guy right here whose head's been split into a couple pieces with these mechanical pieces coming out. And then this group of people or young people sitting in front of a snow-capped mountain with planets and a ginormous hand. And so when looking at photo montage, it's really, really cool because you can create this juxtaposition of different things or different elements that wouldn't typically work together or be seen together to create this brand new universe or piece of artwork. So we're never going to see a giant hand coming out from behind a mountain dangling a bunch of planets off of it. It's probably not going to happen. So photo montage is a really fun thing to play with if that's something you want to explore. And so one example of an artist that does a really great job with photo montage is Lorna Simpson. So Lorna Simpson is a photographer and multimedia artist based out of New York. She is most well known for her powerful collage artworks that combine photographs with text, painting, and drawings. In these works, she questions and challenges narrow and conventional ideas about women, culture, and race. And when I say conventional ideas, that just means a kind of widely accepted idea or notion about women, whether or not it's true. So Lorna Simpson was one of a group of artists who became well known in the 1980s for exploring themes and ideas relating to identity politics in their work. Identity politics focuses on the lives and experiences of those who are often marginalized in society, such as Black individuals, women, and queer people. Marginalized means pushed to the side, forgotten about, or not treated as important or equal in our society. And identity politics aims to make others aware of these issues and unfairness that the marginalized people have to face. Many pieces of Simpson's work highlight the importance and power in Black women's hair, something that Black individuals are often discriminated against or treated unfairly for in our society. So this is a great example of identity politics and a photo montage. She's challenging the idea of what women's hair, and specifically Black women's hair, should look like. And she's creating these beautiful photo montage pieces by substituting in the hair with natural elements like these geodes and gems, watercolor in this more fluid manner, and even text. And actually, this year, just a few days ago, there was a collaboration between Lorna Simpson and Rihanna. And they worked together to create the cover of Essence for the 2021 issue on modern day beauty. And I believe it's about a 12 or 14 part series of different images created by Lorna Simpson, in which she's taken Rihanna and she's put her in place of some of the other works of art she's created. So some of these pieces of artwork are very, very old, and she's kind of revitalized them into this beautiful series with Rihanna on a cover of a magazine that many people see, with a celebrity that a lot of people know. So she's kind of raising awareness and continuing on with her photo montage series in the spread of Essence. And so if you notice, a lot of similarities with the watercolor and the gems and the geodes. So it's pretty cool to see it kind of taking place in front of us. And pop culture photo montage and pop culture collage are pretty well known and kind of coming back. And you'll see it in album art such as Hopeless Fountain Kingdom by Halsey, by the Arctic Monkeys, by Oasis, where you're seeing them kind of combine these really interesting elements, these photo elements together to create these really beautiful collage artworks. So Lorna Simpson's work explores identity, gender, and race through both her own and others' experiences as Black women in America, and all of the decisions that she makes when creating her collage work focus on this. So think back, read your mantra, your proverb, or your quote. What is your collage going to explore, and how are you going to illustrate whatever the words you've chosen for this project? A few of the materials you are going to need are scissors, glue, preferably a glue stick, but liquid glue will work too, and a cut piece of cardboard or thick piece of white paper. And hint, cut up cereal boxes work great as the surface that you're working on. So maybe turn to that first before grabbing a piece of white paper. If you have any questions, the time to ask is in our Zoom meeting, or you can also message me in Schoology or attend one of my office hours.